Hey guys, welcome back to the Roller Paradox, and yeah, we're back with another part of our top 100 competitive Pokemon in VGC 2015.
It's been a bit long, but we had to go to school, stuff like that.
We just couldn't find the time to record, basically. But we're back, so let's just go right into part 7, which is going to be number 40 to 31. I think we'll just dive right into it because we don't really have that much to say anymore. Yeah. So, number 40 is two Pokemon, actually.
And Clefable.
Yeah.
They actually have the same role, but they have the same. They don't have the same
attributes.
Clefairy has Friend Guard to protect your allies from hits, and Clefable's anti-setup because it has Unaware.
Or Magic Guard.
Well, Magic Guard isn't really good in doubles unless you're facing a Will-O-Wisper because it puts you on top. Toxic isn't too common in doubles.
It's getting more common.
No, it's not really getting more common. It's just sometimes there for the stall breaking. You could opt Magic Guard over Unaware, but I personally prefer Unaware because, for example, if Caesar has set up a Swords Dance, the Bullet Punch is going to hurt. It might even just OHKO. But with Unaware, it probably won't.
Not that setup is too common in doubles either, but anyway.
Well, actually,
the thing, these guys, they are basically very much support. They get Helping Hand, they get Heal Bell, they get Follow Me, they
Healing Wish.
If
you've seen the Winter Regionals, I think it was.
I think so.
Or Spring Regionals, James Beck used Healing Wish Clefairy.
And of course they also get Moonblast, OHKO, Hydreigon. Even Clefairy does that. It's pathetic.
It's really good, but
it's amazing.
Yeah,
I've done it a couple times. It's really
Moonblast is for sash breaking, mostly chipping damage on fighting Dark and Dragon types, and just straight up OHKO and Hydreigon.
So yeah, that's Clefairy and Clefable for you guys. So number 39 is Volcarona.
Volcarona basically has two rules, I think. One is a physical-ish tank with.
That's not what it does.
Yeah, well,
it doesn't do that often.
Rage Powder. Rage Powder.
Yeah, right. It gets redirection and stuff.
It has 3 rules actually.
It's way better with Quiver Dance than just a Special Sweeper.
Quiver Dance, Giga Drain, and Fiery Dance or Flamethrower or Fire Blast. Anyway, it's interchangeable. Bug Buzz if you really wanna, but it's not really. I mean, you get screwed over by Heatran anyways, so it's not really a big deal. And it has Protect Fast Move Slot, of course.
Right. Well, it also gets Tailwind and things like that, so it can.
The other role is basically Tailwind support with offensive pressure and just Tailwind instead of Quiver Dance. You also have the less common Rage Powder of Volcarona. Basically, it's sort of a physical tank-ish because it has Flame Body. And it most likely has Rocky Helmet if it's Rage Powder set, or Citrus Berry if it's that kind of Volcarona.
But the thing with Volcarona is it's quite low on the list because it actually gets flat out destroyed by Land of D, and basically everything that uses rock type moves, which is pretty common.
It can destroy teams, but it also can get destroyed by teams
very easily.
It's a really situational Pokemon. Yeah. So yeah,
be sure to actually think about when you bring it and when you don't, because
team preview. That's basic.
So 38, we have Arcanon, Intimidate. What else does it get?
It has Intimidate, it has Flash Fire, it has Justified.
It's bulky.
They're actually
it's Morning Sun.
Preferably Intimidate in doubles because it's really awesome. It has Will-O-Wisp, it has Fire Blast, Snarl. If you want to be the guy that runs Choice Band, Arcanine, go ahead. It has Extreme Speed, it has Flare Blitz, it has Choice Band, Close Combat.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty versatile. It's good bulk. It's good offensive power. It's pretty decent in speed.
Basically, Protect and Morning Sun are interchangeable because you either want sustain or you want protection,
which is both pretty important actually.
Yeah, you can run an Arcanine without Will-O-Wisp and Morning Sun and Protect, but it's kind of, you need the Will-O-Wisp, you need the Snarl, you need the fire coverage.
Yeah,
and if you run Snarl, just run a special Arcanine because it hits really hard with Fire Blast anyways, and it's not really meant to. It's not meant to hit hard, but it can hit hard.
This guy's a pretty good partner for Sun teams also because it gets the boost and stuff.
Yeah, well,
and it's physical, which most Sun teams don't have.
I'm not a big fan of it on a Sun team, but he does it, and
he does it pretty good. Okay, let's just keep it right there.
Yeah, well,
on to 37, I think. It's Azumarill.
Basically, there's like 3 sets for Azumarill. One is the Belly Drum Citrus Berry,
which is most
Aqua Jet and Playrough set with Protect, of course.
Which is most notable set is actually.
No, there's like 3 notable sets actually.
Yeah, but this is the most known set of this guy.
Yeah,
I always assume Belly Drum when I see Azumarill.
Yeah, you also have the Assault Vest set, making it a bit bulkier, having superpower, play well.
That's less common though.
Waterfall and Aqua Jet. Well, not exactly. I don't know the stats for Azumarill, but
yeah, Choice Band is definitely his second set.
Yeah, then Choice Band is the
Choice Band, Aqua Jet, play rough, all shenanigans.
Basically, yeah. Choice Scarf is not really the go-to.
No, Choice Scarf is not good.
It's really bad.
Don't do that.
That's exactly what I said. It's a bad option. Don't go there.
Don't do that.
Life Orb is meh. I mean, seriously, there's only 3 sets for this guy, and
just run any of these 3 if you actually want.
And if you don't run Redirection, consider not running the Belly Drum set because it's really.
It takes a lot of HP to set up. Sure, it is a 1 turn plus 6, but
it really just leaves you vulnerable to attacks. And it kind of gets shut down by Thunderous anyways.
Exactly. But yeah, so that was Azumarill for you guys. We have 36 coming up. It's Blaziken.
Regular Blaziken, because
regular Blaziken, of course. Have we covered it?
I think we've covered Mega Blaziken, but regular Blaziken is better because I run a weird EV spread with HP Ice. And it basically is built to outspeed an Oko Mega Salamence after outspeed after speed boost and Oko Mega Salamence with HP Ice,
which is quite impressive.
It can also Oko what's it called again?
Latios.
Of course. It's a lot less bulky than
True.
Thingamajig. It's a mixed set with Flare Blitz. I think I run Flare Blitz. I'm not sure.
I think you do, yeah.
No, I haven't decided on Flare Blitz or Overheat yet, but I run Protect, Low Kick, Flare Blitz, or Overheat, and HP Ice.
Oko's Kangaskhan.
Low Kick, Oko's Kangaskhan, which is amazing. This basically makes it one of the better Pokemon in the metagame because it just.
Of course, there's speed boost.
It's extremely versatile and it hits extremely hard.
Yeah. Because of Life Orb, it hits harder than its Mega, which is a thing.
Wait, I can just tell the spread right now. 84 special attack, 212 attack, 212 speed. That basically, with a rash nature. Basically, that's how you Oko Salamence and land.
Positive nature and special attack, of course.
And Kangaskhan, and you outspeed Salamence after a speed boost, but you don't outspeed Lando after a speed boost, so you kind of want to. I
think he Okos you with Earthquake.
Yeah, he does. You kind of want to have 2 speed boosts up for Lando, so don't use this for anti-Lando unless you run Jolly Nature, I think.
Which I wouldn't which I wouldn't recommend because then you lose out on the or on the Salamence Oko.
Sorry, Neve Nature, but you still miss out on the Salamence Oko. You can run Mega Blaziken if you really want to just beat.
I wouldn't, but
no.
Okay, so yeah, we got Blaziken out of it. Let's just go on. Latios here. Number 35, it's Choice Scarf against Land of the basically.
Well, there's like 3 sets for Latios, basically.
There is.
Well, there's the uncommon Sash Latios, or there's support with bulkier stats and
Heal Pulse,
Colbur Berry, I don't know, some berry, Heal Pulse, Tailwind, stuff like that. But basically, the Latios you're going to see is probably going to be Choice Scarf Latios with Ice Beam. It outspeeds an Oko's Lando T, and it also outspeeds an Oko's most dragons with either Draco Meteor or Ice Beam. Also, Psychic is a really good option, and Heal Pulse is
uncommon.
It's decent, but I prefer having Thunderbolt on it for the coverage, or Energy
Bolt.
Bolt
Beam is amazing,
or Energy Bolt if you have a Gastrodon or Swampert weakness, because they're like you can Oko them with it, and they're really annoying Pokemon. So you might want to consider that. But yeah, there's 2 more sets. One is Specs, basically doing the same but with a timid nature, outspeeding a lot, hitting a lot harder. But you can get outsped more easily, which is meh. And you basically, the 4th move is just there. It's not really like you're going to be using that too much. Basically, the 3rd set is probably the most common set, actually. It's Life Orb Latios.
I think the Choice Scarf is getting more common, actually.
It's getting more common, but the Life Orb version is more common. It's the most common.
We'll have to look that up.
Yeah, but I think Life Orb is personally not my favorite because I really like the Choice Scarf, but it's definitely not bad because 110 base speed plus 130 base special attack is nothing to laugh at if you add a Life Orb to that.
Exactly.
Basically, It's just the same set with Draco Meteor, Psychic, and Ice Beam, but it has Protect instead of the last move. It's not
Which
really...
is actually kind of unexpected because actually I think most Latios today are actually choiced. So Protect on Latios is very, very uncommon to see.
I don't know the stats, but wait. You can also up to run what's it called again? Shadow Ball for Mega Slash, but it's not really.
You don't need to.
You're not gaining anything with it, so
because I think it still misses out on the Oko even with specs.
Yeah, it does because Dark Balls from a Hydreigon, Specs Hydreigon, Modest Specs Hydreigon
doesn't Oko exactly, so it still misses out on the
6.3% chance to Oko or something. It's really.
And that's a stab hit.
RNG-based.
Yeah, that's a stab hit. So let's not do that.
Let's not run Shadow Ball because it's really bad. If you want to get KOs and Psychic type, just use Draco Meteor.
Yeah,
it'll just straight up KO. But
hopefully.
Moving on to probably
number 34, we've got Gothitelle, of course, everybody's favorite trapper ever, except not really.
Yeah, well, this guy kind of has
actually
Frisk.
Actually, it's a female.
It has well.
No.
No.
Oh, actually not? Okay.
I think it's like a 50-50, but I'm not sure. But, like, it has 3 abilities that are viable for doubles, which is amazing.
Which are actually really good in doubles.
Yeah.
He gets, of course...
Frisk is really underrated.
Yeah.
It basically shows you the 2 items... I know. It basically shows you the 2 items that the opponent has, which basically makes it a lot easier to predict them. And stuff like that.
Also, it gets competitive, which actually Milotic is very known for, but actually Gothitelle gets it as well, so that's kind of cool.
Not many people know that because they immediately think Shadow Tag,
which is by far the most common ability, actually, because it's used very much in Perish Trap scenes, for example.
Well, Shadow Tag basically allows you to, like, trap the opponent and...
Unless they're a Ghost type.
Yeah.
Or holding Shed Shell, or U-turn with Down Pass, you get the point.
Yeah. I think Shadow type Pokemon are also immune to it, but I'm not exactly sure. At least Ghost types are. And what you basically want to do is run it on a Shadow Trap on a Perish Trap team, but it's not really recommended because the strat is if you're
unless you're good at it.
Unless you're Wolfie Glick good, your strat is probably bad because Wolfie Glick is an amazing player.
So anyway, back to Gothitelle. I think, it's got multiple roles according to those abilities, of course.
Yeah, well,
you can run it Sweepy with competitive. You can run it supportive with Frisk.
You can also run it
Shadow
with
Tag.
Dickle if you Shadow Tag. That's basically what Sage and Park did in last year's Worlds.
2014. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, what that means is that you can just cripple the opponent, and you can soften them up for.
Especially if their name is Ferrothorn.
Why?
Because it's physical.
Yeah.
I'm just giving an example.
Yeah, not especially if it's Ferrothorn, but just any physical Pokemon gets crippled by it, and
it doesn't matter if it's all.
You're softening it up for an attack from any physical attacker, really, because it lowers both attack and defense, meaning they won't do damage and they will get a lot of damage.
Sage may get use of this with his Mega Gyarados actually being, of course, full physical, and it hurts a lot harder when your opponent's in negative defensive stages.
Yeah.
So that's Gothitelle. So we're 33's Jellicent, Trick Room, and Bulk. That's what this thing is.
Basically, you have 2 sets. One is Trick Room, the other is Bulk with Ice Beam instead of Trick Room. Basically,
Trick Room is way more common.
Yeah, Trick Room is more common, but
expect Trick Room when you see a Jellicent and a
bunch
of
not exactly. Expect Trick Room on a Jellicent on a team that looks like a Trick Room team. If the team is slow, it's probably going to be Trick Room and really bulky. But Jellicent is just amazingly bulky with 171.05 bulk, which is amazing actually. Especially if you fully invest into the bulk.
Which many people do if they're on Trick Room.
Yeah. I think I run a sassy set with a lot more defense.
You little shit.
Well, I just really like sassy nature because I'm sassy myself.
And of course, this guy's typing is also pretty good. Water type is, of course, infamous for its just amazing defensive type.
Also, people will just really expect Water Absorb, but Curse Buddy is just like 20 times better because...
In your opinion, because if people are going to be expecting Water Absorb, they're going to not fire water type attacks at it anyway, so...
Well, the thing with Jellicent is basically that you are going to be using what's it called again?
I don't know.
You're going to be not really taking any damage from water type moves anyways, because
most water type moves are coming from bulky water types, which are not the hardest hitting in the game.
Yeah, basically.
And this guy's 100, 105 special defense.
Yeah,
bulk,
which basically
so it's not gonna hurt. Let's just keep it there.
Basically, Cursed Body allows you to cripple choicers, especially Landorus.
Yeah, because the Rock Slide is kind of walled by Jellicent.
Yeah, Landorus gets walled by Jellicent. Rock Slide doesn't hit hard, and if it gets
hard either.
Yeah, only knockoff hits hard. But if it gets Cursed Bodied, it's just any choicer gets crippled by Jellicent, and
mostly if the RNG likes you, which it doesn't.
Well, yeah, not me, but whatever.
So what
it
we
also
got?
Has Will-O-Wisp to cripple physical attackers. It has Recover. It has Protect. Is not common on Jellicent. So
don't run Protect. Don't do it.
Well, it's not bad.
Don't do it.
If you're using Trick Room.
Yeah, okay, then you can, but
for
Ice Beam is a bit better, I think.
Yeah, if you want to be the guy that runs Protect and Recover, run Melodic, because it's better on that than on Jellicent.
So, yeah, Melodic is just a better Pokemon in general, I think.
Yeah, Melodic is so good in this metagame, but...
So, let's get back to Jellicent, and let's actually go on, because we're done talking about Jellicent. So, number 32 is Talonflame. You all saw this coming somewhere on the list, didn't you?
Yeah, well, really a lot higher, but Talonflame is just... In this metagame, it has so many counters that it's just straight up bad now.
Let's just go and name the most prominent.
Rotom.
No, Lando-T.
Yeah, Rotom, Lando-T, any rock type, but rock types aren't too common. Tyranitar isn't really too common. I mean, Japanese Senate was losing popularity because people know how to play against it.
True.
It has Gale Wings, but it just doesn't hit hard enough.
81 base attack is actually not that good, so it has to rely on high base power moves with recoil, being Brave Bird and Flare Blitz, to actually do substantial damage.
It can do support with Tailwind,
Quick Guard,
Taunt.
It's got some decent options, but it's just I don't really think it's that amazing. I mean,
it has a lot of it has the move slot syndrome. You want to have all 8 or 9 moves on it, I think, and it's really.
Same thing as with Greninja, actually. Greninja also wants all the moves it can get because it's just like Protean and stuff. But yeah, this guy has too many options for his 4 move slots. Yeah. So, I mean, we get why it's ran pretty much.
Yeah, well,
quite a lot. I mean,
because of the Gale Wings and allowing you to set up Tailwind
because
with
priority. Because it's just so easy to play Talonflame most of the time. Just a straightforward Talonflame, Brave Bird, Flare Blitz. Something like
Tailwind or
a support option, Tailwind, Quick Guard, Taunt, something like that.
Will-O-Wisp.
And Protect. And that's just not hard to play at all.
Yeah, but it's not really good anymore in this metagame, in our opinion.
So that's why I put it this low on the list. So the last guy for today is going to be Scrappy.
Scrappy gives Fake Out Pressure. It hits pretty hard with Knockoff, but not hard enough because 90 base is really bad. But it hits for a decent amount with a Drain Punch. It hits with Ice Punch. That's really basically the set you're going to see.
This guy is pretty much always used for support for Trick Room, because if you lead Scrappy next to a Trick Room setter, you can always fake out one Pokemon. Or Perish Trap, of course, yeah.
Basically, Scrappy gets Fake Out Pressure. It can have Assault Vest, which is the most common, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Lumberry is also
Lumberry, Life Orb is even there, I think.
Not sure, but
I don't know why people do that, but it's there. So
pretty much it has Intimidate. So
that too.
It's just Intimidate plus Assault Vest plus full HP investment and attack investment makes it a bulky attacker. And really hard
for the ones who didn't know, how much HP has he got? How much HP has he got? Like 50?
65.
65, and it's got 150 in defenses, which is pretty huge.
58 speed and 90 base attack. But the attack is kind of why we're putting it this low on the list, because it's not really a good thing. You're using low base power moves. You're using that with a
knockoff isn't necessarily low base power.
It is low base power, but you're knocking off, so you're getting a boost from 1.5 to your damage, not the base power. But kind of if the Citrus Berry has already been procced, you're not gonna do anything with Scrafty. Scrafty is just mostly there to hit Tyranitar and Aegis Slash and stuff like that for some damage. It gets a stab knockoff, granted, but it doesn't have the straight attack power to hit it. I mean, Talonflame has 81 base power, but base attack,
but it has like twice the base power of the moves.
No, more like it has 120 base power moves instead of 65 or 75. It has Life Orb, and Scrafty more or less doesn't really carry any
choice band, of course.
Damage boosting, items.
Nope.
Well, that's kind of the problem with Scrafty. You kind of need that, but it's kind of not there. Meaning, you kind of need it, but you kind of also need the Assault Vest, or you need the Lumberry, or
you need everything at once, and that's the problem with Scrafty.
Button.
Let's just keep it right there.
Eject button is also a thing in. Seriously, eject button in Bearish Trap teams is a thing.
Okay, yeah, then I'm fine with it, but
well, the thing is that you get extra fake out pressure with that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
In that case, I do, but yeah. So that's Scrafty, and I think we're basically done. So
basically,
it's just,
the thing with Scrafty is it still doesn't do a lot with Ice Punch.
True, because it still can OHKO like most of the prominent threats. I don't even think it OHKOs Lino T.
I don't think so.
At +0.
Yeah, well maybe it does, but we need to count that, and you'll see
I don't
the
know,
analysis.
probably. So yeah, I think it was it for this episode.
So
yeah, that wraps it up. Thingy. So you got the playlist, you got the previous part, and you got the next part. Just click the links if you want to check them out. Of course, part 8 is going to be up pretty soon, I think.
I hope today.
But hopefully, we'll see. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, do whatever. And we'll be back for part 8 pretty soon. So bye, guys.
Bye.